Before we begin this video, I recommend that you visit google.com and search for dinardata.com. This website is a great resource for the latest updates on Dinar Guru news, all conveniently located on one page. For more information, I encourage you to visit the site.
Is it time to remove the zeros? Quote, with the use of electronic payment operations, the environment will be mature and acceptable for the idea of implementing the decision to delete zeros, and the process will be automatic without the citizen feeling it. But is it time to issue the decision? Mr. Sami, his Iraqi bank friend, was explaining how our 3-0 notes will coexist for 10 years after they drop the 3 zeros. This is not a lop, we don't have inflation like other neighboring countries around us that have to lop. We can delete zeros and introduce the lower notes because of the value that is being added. That's purchasing power. Frank, that's always been the plan. I can't believe they're going to buy you these 10 years that Drive Shabibi wanted. That's incredible, wow? The Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq has confirmed work is underway to reduce the price of the dollar against a dinar in the coming days. We've heard this before, but we haven't seen the end result yet. Why is that? Could they have been trying to do it before? Sure. Have they tried many times? They could have. Are they trying to do it again? The evidence support that this is what they are telling us, that they're going to try to do it again. Hopefully they get this one done. There are tons of rumors that some of the large groups are starting the exchange process this week. Please handle this update with care as the news has been all over the place today. Once again, the project to delete the zeros raises its head up. Yes, 2 more articles on it this period. There are other articles today related to the topic that help us understand and tell us they know what they have to do, and it's just a matter of time how and when they do it. The clock it's ticking. Tick, TUC, tick, TUC. The leader of the coordination framework, Issam al-Kriti, confirmed on Wednesday that America is obstructing Baghdad's resort to a basket of currencies to maintain the dominance of the dollar. Al-Kriti said in an interview with Al-Maluma, America's resort to exploiting the dollar in drawing up rules for pressuring countries to achieve an agenda that protects its interests has pushed many capitals to diversify the currency basket in order to avoid sanctions and create flexibility in paying external supplies without any obstacles, which is a correct economic procedure. He added, Washington is obstructing Baghdad from proceeding with steps to diversify the currency basket, especially the Chinese yuan, in order to maintain the dominance of the dollar, which was exploited by America as a pressure card by reducing the financial liquidity supplies for oil exports in order to pressure the government through the economic card. He pointed out that America is restricting the Iraqi economy through the dollar, stressing the importance of proceeding with a roadmap to liberate the economy and push it towards more stable paths away from any tremors, especially since the American financial situation is likely to suffer major setbacks with the rise of public debt to record levels, which has begun to raise the concerns of countries and push them to take early preventive steps. It is noteworthy that America controls the revenues of Iraqi oil through the Federal Reserve, which sends funds to the central bank in exchange for selling crude oil. In a blatant and reprehensible interference in Iraq's internal affairs, the U.S. ambassador called for not changing the personal status law and not making any changes to it. We are concerned about proposed amendments to Iraq's personal status law that would undermine women's and children's rights, Romanovsky said in a tweet on the X platform. We urge Iraqis to engage in a civil dialogue that fully respects freedom of religion or belief and the rights of women and children, she added. Romanovsky's speech angered the Iraqi street, considering it a blatant interference in Iraq's internal affairs, especially since the proposals presented in the law are in line with the Islamic religion, and preserve the rights of the Iraqi family. This is in line with the true religion and Sharia, considering that Iraqi society is a conservative society. Member of the Al-Fatah Alliance, Mahmoud al-Hayani, confirmed today, Wednesday, that the danger of foreign banks in Iraq and the operations of smuggling currency abroad are no less important than pursuing the perpetrators of the theft of the century. Al-Hayani said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, the American pressures on the Iraqi government resulted in the entry of foreign banks that would support the economy of foreign countries, noting that scrutinizing the work of these banks is no less important than pursuing those accused of the theft of the century, since banking work generates sums exceeding a century in millions of dollars. He added, the political forces must support the current government in order to save the Iraqi banking sector, noting that America controls the Iraqi economy to a large extent because oil money goes directly to the U.S. Federal Reserve.